Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. Today I wanted to film a first impression / review on the Smashbox Studio Skin Foundation. This is the 15-hour hydrating foundation. I haven't had a lot of reviews on this foundation, nor seen a lot of people use it. So I really wanted to try it out and see how it goes for the day. For today's review, I am going to apply the foundation and then check in with you guys throughout the day and see how it wears. My skin type is oily. I wouldn't say oily combination, but I do have dry skin and I just get a little bit shiny through the T-zone, but it's nothing too I'm not like a crazy oil bath sort of person. But for the purpose of this review, I am going to prime half of my face and then have the other half of my face unprimed. So to start off with, the foundation comes in a box that looks like this. It is just a black box. I'm in the colour 2.2 and it has a wee verb on the side of the box here that I'm going to read out for you guys. It just says, stay flawless for a full 15 hours with our breakthrough long wearing formula, inspired by onset demands developed for your life. Skin is hydrated and shine free while imperfections are blurred with light diffusing spheres. Buildable medium to full coverage, water, sweat, humidity and transfer resistant, and it's oil free. So I'm going to definitely check out all these things to see if in fact it is water, sweat and humidity and transfer resistant. There's nothing worse than having a foundation that transfers. This is a 30ml bottle, so it is just a standard size for a foundation. Nowhere in this foundation does it say that it has an SPF, so this would be perfect for photography, but we are going to test that out as well. So to start off with, I am going to prime my skin, and I'm just going to use the same primer I always do, and that is my Smashbox Photo Finish Primer. And I think we will do this side can be primed. So I have used this primer heaps of times, so I can really see the difference. This primer is silicone based, so it just helps your foundation go on a lot smoother if you have textured type skin. So I'm going to let this side sink in a bit before I put anything on it. So for the Smashbox foundation, I am just going to shake this up. And to apply it, I'm going to use my flat top kabuki. So to start off with, I'm just going to put 2 pumps onto a clean surface. And I'm going to see how far the 2 pumps goes. So I'm just going to evenly coat my brush in the foundation. Like so. And I'm just going to stipple it on. So I really want to see how well this foundation builds. So to start off with, it definitely does not feel heavy whatsoever. It actually feels quite light on the skin. Now this is a hydrating foundation, so I am assuming that it is somewhat dewy and not so matte, but from what we can see, I don't know if you can tell, it definitely isn't overly dewy. I would say this would probably be a satin finish. So that was just with using half of the product, and it covered somewhat all of my face, and this is on the unprimed side. It definitely covered up some of my redness and the scarring I have from blemishes. So now we're going to go on to the other side of the face, and this is the primed side. And let's just see if it applies any better. So compared to the primed side and the non-primed side, I would definitely say that the foundation is sitting a lot nicer on my primed side of my face, but there really isn't too much of a difference. It just feels like this side of my face looks a little bit more like skin, whereas this side of the face does look a little bit like foundation. I'm definitely not going to lie and say this side definitely does look a lot more natural, and it did slide on a lot nicer than the unprimed side, but that's probably with like all foundations. That was 2 pumps and that covered my entire face, and it just gave me a really nice I would say medium coverage. The colour does suit me quite well. I do have a little bit of fake tan on still from when I tanned, but no, I really like it. It's not overly dewy. It's like gives a nice natural skin finish. It definitely does still look like my skin. It's just overly evened out my skin tone, so it's got rid of some of that redness I have on my cheeks, but you can still see all my freckles and things like that, and you can still see some blemishes and the redness. So I'm going to apply another layer and see how well it builds. So I'm just going to do 1 pump, and I'm going to start with this side, and I'm just going to see how well this can build up, because this does say that it is a medium to full coverage. So I want to see if I can get it to being full. So there is 2 layers on my face, and as you can see, it definitely has given me a fuller coverage. You can't see any of the redness, nor you pretty much can't see any scarring that I have. I have to note that on the unprimed face that it did settle into my pores a little bit more, but I do have quite large pores on my skin, so realistically no foundation actually doesn't do that for me. On this side it didn't settle in as much because, like I said, I do have the primer on this side. So if I'm really wanting to get a pore minimizing, pore filling primer that I can test out and see if it is any good with helping with them problem areas. But as for everything else, it hasn't caked up. I think both sides look a lot more similar now than what they did with the first layer. With the first layer with the primer, this side did look a lot more natural, whereas this side here looked like you were actually wearing makeup. I wouldn't say that your skin looks like you're full on wearing makeup. It does still look natural. I feel like this is my probably most natural full coverage looking foundation. It doesn't look cakey like how double wear can get. It can kind of cake up a little bit. So I'm just going to continue on with my routine. Now we shall take a picture and see how well it does in flash photography. So as you can see in the pictures, there was no flashback, so this would be absolutely perfect for wearing in where you're going to be taking pictures with flash photography. I'm going to do a close-up of my skin so you guys can see how it looks. So this is a close-up of my skin in all its glory. As you can see, it really helped even out my skin tone, and it just has made me look a little bit more flawless. So now I'm just going to go on with my normal routine. I will check back in with you guys once I'm done, and we shall see how well all my other products work with it. Thanks guys! Hi guys, and welcome back to my channel. I am on my phone and I have just filmed this makeup look. I would have filmed this on my good camera, but the battery ran out and I don't want to wait over an hour for it to charge. Excuse my hair, it is air drying as we speak. Basically I thought I would just update you guys on how I feel the foundation is going. Everything on my skin blended in really nicely. My bronzer and contour and highlight and blush look flawless. The concealer really blended in super nice, and I can't fault it on any of those things right then. There's been no gathering whatsoever as of yet. I didn't actually tell you guys the time when I had finished putting it on, but I started my makeup tutorial at just after 12, so let's just say 12:30. It is now 2 o'clock. So this has been on for an hour and a half, and so far so good. I haven't got any shininess or anything like that. I did set my makeup with a powder. My skin is not tacky or doesn't feel oily or anything, so I'm guessing it has completely set into my skin. So yeah, so now I'm just going to do my hair. I'm then going to go out and run some errands. So I will take you guys along with me. I'll check in a bit later to see how it's going and if I need to touch it up. If I do need to touch it up, I definitely will document it so that you guys can see how well it tops up. So I don't have anything else I want to say because now I'm just rambling. So I will catch you guys up in a bit. Until then, stay trouble. Hi guys, and welcome back. It is now 4:33 p.m. so it has officially been 4 hours since I last put this foundation on, and it's been another 2 hours since I last filmed an update. So as you can see, I am looking a little bit shiny. The shine on my nose is mostly, like on the tip of my nose, is mostly due to my highlight. And as you can see my highlight on my cheekbones. But everything else doesn't look as bad. I feel like the primed side and the non-primed side are both keeping up as well as each other. Yeah, this is the primed side and it's doing just as well as my non-primed side. So I can't see a big difference in having primed my skin and not priming my skin. It has gathered slightly in like the crevices of my nose, but most foundations do that for me anyway, so it's anything too big. It's nothing you can really notice on my nose, but it's only because I'm really looking to see for the foundation's wearability how much it does sink in. I am going to touch up because I am looking a little bit shiny. So to top up, I am going to use my Revlon Nearly Naked powder. I like to use this when topping up because the powder is very finely milled and it doesn't cake up on me. So I'm going to see how well this foundation does with building a powder on top. So I'm not going to be using a lot of powder. I'm just putting enough on to met it a little bit out. So this is after touching up with a little bit of powder. I'm just going to have a look in the mirror. It's definitely not caked up and it definitely doesn't look powdery. It's taken that shine down, but it's still left me with a nice healthy like skin glow. So I wouldn't say it's completely matted, like made my skin matte, but I definitely don't look like gross shiny. I look just a healthy shiny, nice sort of shiny. So far I'm still really loving it. So I'm going to see how well this touch up lasts for, and I will check in with you guys in a bit and we'll see how well it's going. I will see you guys soon. Keep staying good. Hi guys, and welcome back. It is now 11:30 at night. I am officially getting ready to go to bed. I just had a look at my makeup and the foundation has held up exceptionally well. My bronzer is still there. You can't really kind of see in the light, but my contour is still there. My blush has faded and the highlight is still there, of course. But as for shininess on my T-zone like I had before, it was pretty much just the same. I feel like for me, I think, can you see a little bit better there? Sorry, the lighting is horrible. It's like pitch black outside. So as you can see, my makeup does look substantially still really well. I have just lipstick here from eating dinner that's come off my lips, which is so, I hate when that happens. But overall, I'm really impressed with this foundation. It has sort of like worn off my nose, but I have been touching my face and this has been on for like 11 hours. Yeah. This has been on for 11 hours, so we are 4 hours off the 15-hour wear. I highly recommend this foundation for people that have like combination skin. I'm not too sure about if you had, it does say it's oil free and is good for people with oily skin. You may just have to use a mattifying primer and then just touch up throughout the day. But as for coverage, this is such a nice natural coverage. So if you're wanting to, whether or not you should splurge on this item, I highly recommend it. I absolutely love this foundation, and they have a really, really good colour selection for all types of colours. So thank you for, this is my second foundation review. I hope you guys enjoyed watching this. The tutorial for this look will be coming up soon. It doesn't look like anything special right now, but before it looked pretty good. So thank you for watching. Until I see you next time, have a lovely night or day wherever you are, and I will talk to you soon. Thanks, bye. So for my first favourite is going to be this perfume, which is my Viktor and Rolf